Alright guys, welcome to Boosted Motorsports. Here is my 5th gen Ram 3500. We picked this up not too long ago, and you guys, if you've been around on the channel for a little while, you know me. I cannot leave something alone, and it has been just over a week since purchasing this truck, and we just bought a lot of stuff. So this video, I'm going to show you guys all the stuff that we picked up for the truck. First off, I've got a whole load of parts in the truck, but I also have a full garage full of parts. Let me show you.
Flashback.
I ended up taking off the grill surround pieces off the front of the truck. I'm headed over. I just found a new paint guy, or new to me I should say, in town. So I'm going over there. He's going to apparently color match all this stuff for me for 200 bucks, which I think is a decent price. So the parts, it's kind of strange. These are factory paint to match pieces, but they're faded. I didn't want to put any like you know, Armor All type stuff on it, because then it would be a nightmare trying to paint this stuff. So I went ahead, took it all off. I could maybe paint it myself, but for 200 bucks, it's going to an actual professional that has a paint booth. So it's going to a big name body shop, and this guy's doing some side work for us apparently. I didn't document on how to take it off because honestly, I'm not an expert on this yet as far as taking this whole thing apart. It's not like the 4th gen where it's like 4 or 5 bolts across the top and then the whole thing just pops off. There's like a million different screws and fasteners, and it's a bit of a process to get this off, but as I kind of, you know, wrap my head around it, I'll share it. There's not a ton of good videos in my opinion online, so I'm gonna try to do my best to make a good video for you guys on how to get this off. But yeah, for now I just took it off, and then the actual grill stays. It's very strange. All these surround pieces come off, but the physical grill stays in place. So there we go. There's that. I'm gonna go ahead, let's go drop this stuff off, and hopefully it comes back looking better than that. Okay, so just got back from dropping off the grill pieces and spoke to him. We worked something out on these front and rear bumpers. So they have this kind of textured finish here, and he's gonna sand it down and color match them. So I think it's gonna look pretty dang good with them all color matched. And then in these step pieces, we talked about that. He's gonna go ahead and put some textured finish in here. That way when we're stepping up into the back of the truck, we're not damaging like a nice painted surface. And then same thing here, tape this off, and we'll put some textured in here. So anyways, let me get these things off, and then he should have the front pieces done and then drop off the bumpers. Okay, we got the rear bumper off. Now we gotta try and get the front bumper off, and it's got the winch, so that one's probably gonna be a little bit more fun. All right, so whole front end is missing, and I just picked up these, so I'll link these down below. For some reason this thing was missing the cap for the fuel neck, so I'm gonna go ahead, let's try this and see how it fits, and then I'll tell you guys whether I like it or not. And if I do like it, I will put it down in the description below for you guys. All right, here's the verdict on this cap. It's kind of weird. It's got this indent which you have to, basically the diesel fuel only has to read towards you, but once you get it in there and you get the hang of it, it's not bad. And then it's got this huge magnet, so you can put it there when you're filling. Yeah, I approve. For 20 something bucks, I'd say it's well worth the while. So also we've got all of our painted pieces. Carlos is the man. He already painted everything, so let's go ahead, get this stuff out and pop it on, see how she looks.
12 o'clock midnight.
All right, what are we doing?
Okay, so we got the front and rear bumpers back from paint. Shout out to Carlos. He hooked it up, so I can't really complain because they're not perfect as far as the paint job, but he only charges $100 each bumper. So $100 for the front, $100 for the back. He sanded all the texture coating off them. You guys will see it better in the day, but right now it's clearly nighttime. We just had a hell of a day today. So this morning got a Challenger dash. Had to pick that up for our 68 Charger swap stuff because the airbag is blown in that, so we needed a dash. And then picked up these bumpers, and then we had to drive an hour and a half each way to go and get that stuff, which you'll see. So we got all limited interior for our 5th gen Ram. Like, I'm talking everything. You can see the steering wheels right there. So got it from a guy that parts out Ram trucks from the auction. So got a bunch of stuff. We got the screen, we've got a limited cluster, we've got the center console, we've got limited door cards, limited headliner. What else? The screen, I think I said that already. There's something else that I can't remember. Anyway, everything limited for the truck. Oh, we're going to get seats tomorrow too. So I'm tired of looking like a homeless person. Is it homeless person? I don't know. Redneck person with no bumpers. We've been driving all over the place. So I'm trying to put my bumpers back together right now so that I can put these back on so that it doesn't look like that right now, because front and rear is just looking like kind of ghetto. So trying to put these back together. So reassembling them. You can see the rear bumpers in 3 pieces. They originally came in 3 pieces, so we broke them down. But let me get these on, or get them together, get them on, and then I'll show you guys in daylight what it all looks like.
The next day.
All right, so let's go for a tour. So right here, this is a Ram Limited full dashboard. So we ended up finding this guy named Ernie, and he buys these trucks from Copart and then he parts them out. So everything's legit, but your boy Ernie, he hooked us up. So anyways, this dash might look good from here. There is a common issue with these 5th gen limited dashes. So if you look right here, the airbag is good, but the leather has kind of shrunk from the sun and it's pulling up. So I gotta take this to an upholstery place. But these were, I could have waited for, perfect dash, but honestly, Ernie hooked us up. So for the price we paid for this dash and for how rare these dashes are, it just made sense. So we're probably gonna, you can see here there's Phillips screws, so I can take this top piece off. This one is actually good, the one that goes over the gauge cluster, but we'll probably take this off, take it to an upholstery place, either see if they can do something to, get this back down and glued back on, or just have them reupholster it. But yeah, that's the situation with the dash. But notice this here, this is gonna be a key factor. See how this has this limited pattern? We go over to here. So we've got a complete column from a limited. So there, it's got the matching limited pattern on it. It's got the leather stitch shifter, and then most importantly, what I was trying to do is get the buttons on the back. So it's got the steering wheel buttons back here, and it actually has a couple extra buttons here on the front. But yeah, this is going to be a much nicer steering wheel, and also I think it's got like electric tilt and all that stuff and whatnot. I believe maybe it is manual. I think it is actually still manual, but it's a highly optioned steering wheel, buttons on the back. Limited doesn't get any better than that. So let's keep going. Oh, almost took my shove up. These door panels, if anybody needs a set of premium door panels, I gotta clean them up. They've kind of got some dust and whatnot on them. But these are, I believe, Bighorn, but you'll see that it's got the leather stitching on them. So these are an upgrade from the ones I currently have on the truck, but I'm not gonna be using these. So if you got a crew cab, like I said, I gotta clean them up a little bit, but I got a complete crew cab set of door panels if anybody needs them. But if you come over here, we've got a limited center console. So notice again, the matching trim from the limited. So we got a complete center console we're gonna be putting in. And then if you look over here, we've got limited door panels. So same thing, we've got the limited little, I don't know, I'm calling this like the little stingray looking thing here. And then you got the same pattern. It's pretty cool. It's got the fancy grill speakers for the Harman Kardon also. And what else? As we continue this way, we got the rest of my... You got some drunk hands there, Try to be smooth. All right, so the other thing too is we got the rest of the door cards here, so those will all be going on, all limited ones. Here we've got a limited headliner, so it's got the speakers in it for the headliner, and then it's black. So the one currently on my truck is like a beige color, and then I'll bring you guys over to the bench to show you guys what else we have. Over here I've got the switches here. These ones have a few different options, but this is the brain for the big screen that we've got here. So we've got the 12-inch screen that we're going to be putting on. This is actually a diesel one. Shout out to my buddy Roman. He actually told me that the diesel one, you have to get one from a diesel because it has the traction control button up here for some reason, whereas if you get one from a gasser, it doesn't have the traction off button, and it kind of messes with your switches. Over here, limited gauge cluster. So again, it's from a diesel, so you'll notice that the RPM goes up to just over 3,000. You got your depth gauge, so that's that. And then we've got the bezel for the 12-inch screen. So we got all that stuff, but let's go back to the truck. I'll show you guys what else we got, and we got a ton of stuff to go onto this truck. All right, you guys will notice that I did get some paint work done, so I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out and you know what segments you guys will or won't see, but I ended up getting all of the plastic pieces that go around the grill and around the headlights. I got it color matched, so found a local guy that is able to do pretty decent paint work for us. And then if you look down on these bumpers, a lot of people hated these bumpers, but I ended up getting them sanded down, so we took off all the texture coating. They're absolutely filthy, like there's bug guts on them because we just got back from a long drive, but this is all color matched now. It looks really, really good. Let's show you guys what's inside the truck. So inside the truck, you'll notice a headlight. Ended up picking up some Laramie and Limited headlights. These are factory OEMs. We're gonna be doing a comparison. On the truck right now is Morimoto's. We're gonna be doing a comparison video for you guys. I don't know what the results are gonna be, but I'm gonna get you guys to comment what your guys' thoughts are. OEM factory premium headlights versus the Morimoto's. Which ones are brighter, which ones look better. We'll see what the results of that video are gonna be. And then I also ended up getting a driver's side door because when we put on the actual panels from the Limited, you'll notice here this door handle is black. Well, on the upgraded door panels, this is actually silver and this is silver. Minor details, I know, but I just wanted everything to match. So we ended up getting a bunch of doors. Well, I should say the inner door structures. So with the regulator and stuff, because Ernie was about to throw them out and I just grabbed them. I got a driver's door, which I don't really need, but I'll show you guys the passenger door here. So truck is clean title, but it did have a fender bender on this door and both front fenders. And as you'll notice this Amsoil sticker in here, even though I love Amsoil, great oil and product, but this Amsoil sticker is actually covering a big chunk of Bondo underneath this. This is all Bondo in here, so we're going to be replacing the whole door, which I can probably show you guys over here. So even though it's dirty, this is the exact same color code that's on the truck. You can tell it's a 5th gen door because of the big Ram logo here. So it's off the 5th gen heavy duty truck. So we're going to put this on the truck and then I'm going to wash the whole truck for the first time. So I got a door that doesn't have Bondo in it, and yeah, this is going to be going on the truck, and we'll swap over our glass and all that good stuff. But I do have one more big surprise for you guys in the back of the truck. All right, so here we are, back of the truck. The whole back of the truck is full of brand new, well, new to me seats. So these are some sort of special spec seat. It is a limited seat because on the back of the seat, well, I'll show you guys once we get them out, but the back of the seat's got that little Stingray looking thing, the Limited insignia, but they are like a dark brown color. So you can tell it's not a Longhorn because it doesn't say Longhorn on the seat back, but then it's got this silver trim deal here, and it's, you know, they're the brown seat. So I don't know, we should be pretty good, but we got these also, again, from our boy Ernie. And yeah, we'll get them out. I got the front seats, the back seats are back there too, and it's going to be an upgrade over our tradesman seats with the cat skins on them. All right, check it out. She is doorless. So ended up taking the old door off and we actually took the glass out. So my tinted glass is right there. Here's the door we're gonna put on. So we're gonna hang it first. This door is pretty decent. I mean, if you want to nitpick it, probably could be painted if you really want to. One little scratch there, but a hell of a lot better than this door. If anybody needs a door, like I said, somebody, it's not even that badly damaged, but somebody just got super lazy and decided to put a bunch of Bondo there. You can actually see the witness mark from the inside. It's really, the inside skin's not that bad, but you can see the weld mark where they did the puller there. Try to pull it, it's still got this small soft dent there, but somebody got lazy, put some mud in it, and it's just gonna be easier for us to like I said, since Ernie hooked us up with this door, it's just gonna be a lot easier to put this on. It's already color matched, and yeah, good to go. So gonna go ahead and put that on. You know what I'm actually noticing, Brett? Oh no, it does have it. It's that piece of rubber here, but it doesn't have all the overspray on it from their cheap paint job, at least. So anyways, 4 studs here, and then 4 nuts will hold it back on. And then even though this one's technically ready to go, we do have to take this inner guts out so that we can change out the glass. If I didn't care about, you know, the tint, then I wouldn't have to, but we're gonna go ahead and put my glass in this door so that it all looks good. So let's go hang the door, take the whole inner skin off again, and yeah, get it done. All right, guys, we ended up cleaning this thing up, and look at how good the truck looks now. So we got the color match bumpers. Really happy with the outcome of that. And then also ended up getting these all color matched. So if you guys remember, these were just bare plastic. Some of them were faded out. These ones were a nice black, but all through here and all through here, these are OEM pieces, and they were just black and faded out looking. And then ended up getting the bumpers sanded down, color matched. So pretty happy with that. And then I'll show you guys over here with everything cleaned up. Actually, let me show you before I get to this. Let me show you back here. So rear bumper, all color matched as well. And then you'll notice it's got a 4x4 emblem on it. And then over here, you'll see it's got this bighorn emblem. I'm gonna pop these off. I also started peeling off the sticker that was here. It's not a bighorn. It's actually gonna be better than a bighorn when we're done, and it's not a 4x4. So I'm gonna take those off. And the reason why I'm gonna take these off right now is because I'm gonna polish out that door that we just put on, and I wanna be able to do the same once we get these off. I will show you guys, we did end up getting this texture coated here. Hopefully you can see the contrast on that. So I ended up getting this texture coated wherever I knew like I was gonna be stepping. So here, and then underneath the license plate here, got that texture coated so that I don't have to worry about that. I ended up going with a gloss finish on the top. I don't think I'm gonna be stepping way up here. I'm not gonna, actually, unless somebody else does it by accident, I know I'm only gonna step here and there. So over here, I'll show you guys the door all cleaned up. It's got one scratch here, which I'll try to do something about at some point. But you'll notice this kind of haze here. Hopefully you guys can see that. There, you can probably see it half decent there. So I'm gonna polish this all up. It should come out fairly easy, but it is the exact color that we needed for the truck. And then I still need to find 2 front fenders. These front fenders still have quite a bit of Bondo in them from whoever was messing around with it. But now we've got a Bondo-free door, a good door, and yeah, just the 2 front fenders are the only last things. But or if you guys ever see one of those sport hoods, that new hood that's got that huge cowl here, I'd like to get it, but for now we'll have to do with this. So, and then this one last spot, it's got some shoddy paint work here, and then you can see this front fender with all the Bondo and scratch marks in it, just not that nice. And here's another big Bondo crack here. So this front fender's got to go, that front fender, and then yeah, we'll get her looking right. So let me bust out the polisher and see if we can get that looking good. And I know we can. It's just a matter of some elbow grease. All right, guys, here's the results. It came out so nice. You can see a reflection of me with my camera. perfectly in the door. So I didn't go too crazy. If you guys know anything about cutting and buffing, you can get carried away pretty quick, but I went with a light cut. The McGuire's 205. And then I just followed it up with some, how do you say it? Canuba wax. So sealed it off with some Canuba wax. I just went a little bit past. I don't want to get into detailing the whole truck right now. I mean, it doesn't have anything crazy in it, but you know, probably could use a nice cut and buff on the whole entire truck, but I'll probably save that either for myself later or you know, pay somebody to come and actually do it or work with somebody on it. But I just wanted to at least be decent because it had all kinds of junk and stuff in it. It wasn't smooth. Now it feels like glass. So real good there. I didn't even mess with this fender because, like I said, I'm gonna be on the lookout for 2 front fenders that don't have a bunch of Bondo in it. You could easily, I mean, somebody could definitely rework these and make them work, but I'm gonna just see if I can find another black set and then I'll sell these and somebody can mess with them. So that's the goal on that. Let's go ahead, turn this thing around, pop the 2 emblems off the back and polish it since I've already got the stuff out. Okay, so here's what we got going on here. I just got some simple dental floss and just working it back and forth behind the emblem and cutting the double-sided tape. And once that comes off, I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do after. Okay, so we've got that off there, and you probably saw me rolling the glue or double-sided tape with my finger. And I also went to just pulling it off. I will give you a word of caution. I've done these before, and I've used fishing line, which a lot of people will use. And I have found that sometimes, depending on how old your double-sided tape is, if you use fishing line, if you're not like pulling towards you, or even if you are, sometimes it can actually cut through your paint. So I use it, if I can pull it up with my hand, or you know, use the fishing line or dental floss method just to get my hand behind it and then work it off, I tend to do that. So you guys can decide how you want. And then you'll see here I've got Goo Gone. I'm gonna get rid of the residual here with that, and then we'll move on to polishing. All right, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Maybe right there is a better angle for you. So you can see it's kind of smudgy and whatnot from some of the residual of the glue. This is after Goo Gone, and then using quick detailer to get rid of the Goo Gone. So now we're gonna hit it with the light compound, and that way this will all come out like a mirror again on both sides. All right, check this out, you guys. She is dusty, it's a few days later, but look at how much better it looks with all the color match. You can see all the pearl in this paint. There's some dust in there too, but it does have a pearl on this black. It's not just a standard black color, but it looks way, way better. And again, huge shout out to everybody that was involved in this. Like I said, we got our boy Carlos on the paint. And yeah, he painted everything for us for a really good price. So, and then as far as the mirrors and door handles, you might notice that too. Door handles, I'm gonna end up changing these. This was on the replacement door. It's a paint, you know, color match door handles, but I want to get the ones with the sensors and the button. So these will actually probably end up on the back. Right now I've just got the standard textured black finish ones on the back, but I'm gonna be upgrading the front door handles, putting keyless as well and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what trim level we're gonna be calling this thing, but came out like glass. I polished it, I waxed it, and now it looks good. And like I said, it doesn't say Bighorn and it doesn't say 4x4 because it is a 2-wheel drive truck. I am just editing this video. I just wanted to comment too because I know somebody's gonna point it out. I know it does have a couple soft dents here, so there's probably a bunch of tiny little things at some point I might try to get PDR'd out, but this door is just in way better shape. Comment down below what you guys think I should do. Should I send this fender off to a body shop and get them to rework it properly and remove the Bondo, or should I try to find another fender? Like, it's not mutilated, but it definitely has some mud into it, and yeah, just somebody kind of messed with it. But the more I think about it, I might try to just get somebody to rework the fender rather than trying to find, you know, new ones. This part, this one on this side doesn't look so bad, but you go over here and you can see the Bondo cracking on it. So I don't know what's going on behind this Bondo, but check out that big Bondo crack right there. And then something kind of funky is going on through here. Again, you can see the Bondo right there, and then they messed with the hood here, so this hood has to be kind of blown in if we were to fix that. Or do I just find 2 fenders? But it's really hard to find these fenders because everybody wants the fender so that they can do a 5th gen front end conversion. So finding a couple of these fenders in black, or even any color for that matter, is a little bit harder than you would think. Yeah, as far as the truck, like I said, a couple soft dents here in this door. I do have a driver door, which is here actually, but I don't really want to change it because there is the serial number and everything, or the VIN number on the sticker, and then I would have to try to find the replacement sticker. So I don't think I want to go through all that because there's no mud in this door other than a couple door dings on it. So I think I'm gonna leave it. I will show you guys a sneak peek. Don't worry you guys if you guys see some of the stuff that's in this, but I have been busy and I gotta edit the footage, but I have been super busy getting this truck up to my liking. So we end up doing the door panels, we end up doing the interior. I have all these videos coming for you guys. Headliner got changed, cluster swaps. So I went through a huge breakdown on clusters for these things, these 5th gens, as far as which ones you can use, what features you can get, all the way from the original Tradesman base cluster to the limited one. I tested a bunch of them for you guys, gassers and diesel trucks, all that stuff. So I have that video coming. Center console swap, obviously. We're doing the big, Tesla style 12-inch screen swap. I'm going to be doing that. And then I think I showed you guys the dash. I got to get the dash reupholstered before that makes its way in here. But once I get that, the dash harness is what I'm most excited about, because the dash harness will feed this properly. Right now I've kind of got this working. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it for you guys that are trying to do the conversion. If you get one of these center consoles and it's got like a million features like mine does with the wireless charging pad, like trying to get all that stuff working, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys how to do that. So other thing that's kind of funny too is you'll notice my overhead light is on with the headliner. I need the overhead console, so that console actually, even though I'm still missing some of the parts and pieces, I got to get the all black sun visors and clips and all that, but even the overhead console has a different plug on it, so this thing doesn't know when to turn it on or off, because that's where your switch is for that. So all kinds of stuff, but this thing has come such a long way, you guys, in such a short period of time. And then I did want to show you guys, so look, here is that limited kind of Stingray looking thing on the back of these seats. Everybody's going to call these Longhorn seats, but I'm telling you, these are limited seats. There's no Longhorn insignia on the front, and they're not cat skin covers because it has the limited logo on the back. It's just a very unique or special ordered leather package that was in this limited. But and also, like I said, I'll get into everything as well. I'm probably going to work out with Ernie. So Ernie, essentially the guy that I got the parts from, he buys like 2-3 Ram trucks from Copart once a month and then parts them out. So that's how I found Ernie. So it's all legit stuff, but pretty cool that's, I can get stuff like this, and I'll see if I can work something out with him. Maybe I can start offering it for you guys, because I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of people that want to upgrade theirs as well. So anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Like I said, complete detailed DIY how-to videos coming on all these different things: the headliner, the seats, center console, gauge cluster, stereo. All these videos are going to be coming for you guys, so definitely make sure you're subscribed, give this video a like, and we'll see you guys on the next video.